This might be controversial for me to say, but I'm speaking about me personally. I feel like me, the man I am, I don't never, because I'm not gonna fraud. I had before. It's been relationships where it's the type time, and I'm talking about losing self-respect in a relationship. It's been relationships where I've been on, like, I'm like, yo, we not doing that. You do something that disrespect me, or you do something that made me feel like, yo, if I continue to, or if I don't say something, like, you feel me, I'm putting myself down, I'm done, I'm cool off of that. But there's been other times I look back like, damn, like, yo, I low-key didn't put my own self-respect, like, I didn't put my own self-respect to the side, like, yo, I don't want to do that again. Me personally, I don't want to do that again, honestly. But what I will say is, if your goal is a long, you feel me, lasting relationship into your old age, you gotta look at these older relationships. I'm talking like your grandparents, maybe even your parents. They've been through a lot of shit. They've disrespected each other. They slapped each other's aunties. Like, you feel me? They just did a lot of shit to each other to disrespect each other, and them going back and staying in that relationship, that's kind of them disrespecting, they losing their self-respect in them, but they disrespecting themselves. I don't say that to say like, oh yeah, you should just, if you want a long relationship, you should just da-da-da-da-da-da-da and just, yo, let him fuck your cousin. Like, you mean? I'm not saying that. It's just like, looking at older people's relationships who's been together for 30 years, 40 years, you feel me? That's, majority of the time, it's not always like that. Majority of the time, though, in my opinion, that's what's going on. That's what happened. But the stage I'm in right now, me personally, I tell you, I keep it being with you. Me personally, I'm not going for that, bro. That's never really been my normal. Like, you feel me? It's never really been my normal to be like, yeah, I'm about to just go for anything. Like, you feel me? That don't mean like, yeah, a girl do something, I'm gonna just break up with her. But I'm not gonna let shit get to the point where I'm disrespecting myself. Like, you feel me? I can't let shit get to that point, honestly. But what I will say is, because it's a girl who said this, so what I will say is, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of times girls kind of put their own pride and self-respect to the side in relationships with, come on, it's a floating word, bro. Women do put their self-respect and pride to the side majority of times when it comes to men. Like, you feel me? Because men, I feel as though men stay after cheating, but I feel as though women, it's more acceptable for a woman to stay after cheating. And I feel as though more women do stay after cheating. It don't even have to be cheating. It could be some plain, simple disrespect. He could have disrespected your mother. Like, you feel me? Shit like that. A betrayal of trust and shit like that. Where you still putting your self-respect to the side in a way. I feel as though if you gonna choose to do that, you just gotta make sure that he's on board with progressing the relationship, you feel me? You shouldn't be doing that if he's still, you know, doing the same things he was doing before, or he's still not trying to improve, this and the third. You shouldn't be doing it, in my opinion. If he's still, like, say for example, he talking to you disrespectfully, cursing you out, all this, that, and the third, or he putting his hands on you, God forbid, he putting his hands on you, right? And you say, okay, you gonna put your self-respect to the pride, or you gonna say because you love this man. I feel as though, okay, you make that decision, but y'all still should be working towards, like, better for your relationship, you see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it a being, certain ways you treat a woman, I feel as though that's unacceptable, but I feel like growth is not a straight pattern as well. I feel as though growth really isn't a straight line. So it's gonna be hard really working with that person. It's gonna be hard really trying to get over, do certain things, you feel me, change certain ways, change your characters, change your habits. If you do that and make it work, that's beautiful. You feel me? That's beautiful. But I feel as though you, like I was saying, but to backtrack a little bit to really get you to understand, you shouldn't be doing that if he not doing that, if you don't even want to, if you're not even trying to better nothing for him or y'all, or, you mean? Don't even, you mean? You feel me? I feel like the biggest thing, or The hardest part about handling fake friends is the acceptance, honestly. And I haven't really been through a lot of scenarios where it's on a type time like, yo, you fake as shit, you backdoor me, this, that, and the third. But I have seen shit happen to my friends. I have seen shit happen to my family. So I can tell you about things that I learned from other people's experience. But I feel as though you definitely gotta accept it. Like, damn, like, you know, this might have been my right-hand man for 10 years. You feel me? This might have been my good friend, my good co-worker. They did something I don't fuck with, they fake. They betrayed my trust. They ain't had no loyalty for me. They went behind my back. But I feel like that first step, acceptance, is one of the most important steps. Like, you feel me? You gotta accept, like, damn, yo, this person isn't who I thought this person was. Like, you feel me? This person don't really have the morals I thought they had. We ain't really stand where I thought we stood, you feel me? And that's probably hard, to be honest. That's probably hard. Because you might still want to keep that person in your life and all that. And honestly, I couldn't really give you any advice on how to forgive somebody for, you know, betraying your trust or doing you wrong. Honestly, me personally, I don't have no advice for that. I can just tell you how to, or I can try to tell you, move on with your life. Because you said fake friends, and let me see what you said. Fake friends, leveling up and leaving them in the past. So you want to leave them in the past, okay. I feel like it's kind of two routes you can go about it. You can either confront them. I mean, it depends on what they did. Like, you feel me? It depends on what they did, how they moving. Like, you feel me? If you even want to have, maybe you're the type of person where you don't really want to have the interaction, or maybe you're the type of person where you need to say something. You need to get something off your chest. It depends on who you are, you feel me? But you could be upfront by saying, like, yo, whatever that person did, I didn't fuck with what you did, bro. Like, you feel me? If it's a boy or a girl, I didn't like what you did. I felt like that disrespected me. I felt like that disrespected somebody I'm close to, whatever the case may be, you feel me? And then be on a type time like, yo, I don't really want to be cool with you. I don't want to be your friend no more. I don't want to speak to you no more, right? Now, however they handle that, that's how they handle that. If they want to be okay, cool, mature about it, or if they want to stand a third, however they handle that, that's on them. Like, you coming on a real mature, respectful tip, like, yo, bro, I got love for you. You was my friend. You was my homie. You was like a sister to me, whatever the case may be. I'm just not really fucking with your behavior, and I don't want that around me. If they understand it, they understand it. If they don't, they don't. Or you could take the initiative to distance yourself. You feel me? Like, say for instance, a random example. You feel like, let's say you feel like one of your homegirls telling all your business. You feel me? If you don't even want to confront her, just like, yo, stop telling her stuff. Stop coming around. Stop. Just slowly distance yourself from her. I'm not going to say it's better to confront a person or slowly distance yourself. I feel like it depends on the situation, that person and you. Like, you feel me? Why the dirt bike boys by come through? I let them niggas pass stuff. I gotta get a four-wheeler, bloody. I need one. But that's the two ways I see it going. If you kind of want to move past it, you gotta remove them from your life in one way or another, bro. Honestly, it's gonna hurt. To be honest, it's gonna hurt. Really, if you've been fucking with that nigga, say you grew up with this person, say you grew up with this girl or this boy, that's gonna hurt, bro. I feel like you gotta leave them in the past, either by your actions or your actions and your words, letting it be known what's going on, this, and the third, however you want to do it. But when it comes to like leveling up and moving past that person, I don't want you to just like, oh yeah, let me go do this and the third. Let me go buy designer or some shit. Let me go act like I'm something I'm not to try to make them feel bad about what they did. I don't think you should do that. Now, obviously, you're a human. Y'all could do what y'all want to do, but me personally, I wouldn't do that. You feel me? I wouldn't like, that's kind of like a breakup type joint. Like, oh yeah, let me go start posting more and buy all, like, you feel me? Let me try to glow up all this and the third. It's cool to want that for yourself. I'm definitely not saying, it might sound like I'm saying don't do that, no, you should want that for yourself. You should want to transcend the area that you're in, like, you feel me? It's kind of a different scenario. But after men get cheated on or they get broken up with, they use that as a motivation to push themselves forward further and do something with themselves, right? And if you gonna use that to push you forward and do something with yourself, that's cool. But in both scenarios, I don't think that should be the main goal that you're doing, that you want to elevate your life, you want to transcend your life. I feel like you should still be doing it for you. Yeah, that's cool. Use that anger and put that energy in towards building yourself up, you feel me? Elevating your life, all this, then the third. Another nigga driving by. You got old John. I know he racist. It's cool to be on the type time like, yeah, fuck them, and use that energy and put it towards leveling yourself up. But that shouldn't be the main goal that you want to better yourself for. That shouldn't be the main thing, like, you feel me? Because when that goes away, when you don't really feel nothing about it no more, where's your motivation coming from? Just all this shit go out the window. Do you lose all, like, you feel me? Where's it gonna come from? That's my take on it, at least. I feel like handling hurt is something that I always struggle with, so I might not be able to give the best advice on that. But I might be able to tell you how I deal with myself or handle myself through them times when I go through things like that, you feel me? Now, change, when it comes to change, like, say for instance, you nervous about a new job, it could be good or bad change. You mean it could be good or bad change. Okay, you just broke up with your boyfriend, you just broke up with your girlfriend. Damn, it's a change in lifestyle now. You was used to talking to them every day. Damn, you just got fired from your job. Then you got a new job. It's a change in lifestyle. I feel like, is these dirt bike niggas coming back? Let me focus my joint up too. Yo, if anybody want to donate a Yamaha 4-wheeler, preferably 250, I will be very appreciative. But I feel like with a lot of change, you have to kind of build momentum. That's what I do personally. I kind of try to build momentum. Like, what's a good example I can use? Like, something as simple as, and sometimes you aren't voluntarily making a change. Sometimes, like I said, relationships, jobs, and sometimes it's an involuntary change that you just have to adjust to. But like, this is an example. I was on a type time like, yo, I'm gonna get out of here, Lennon. I was on a type time like, yo, I don't really like how my room be just messy. Like, you feel me? I don't really like how my room just be messy. Like, I come home from school, my shit just messy. My shit just be messy for like weeks on weeks. Like, you feel me? Not dirty, but just like clothes on the bed. Like, you feel me? Bed never made. Shit like that, you feel me? I had to make the change to wake up, make my bed, clean my room every time before I go to sleep or every time I wake up. Like, you feel me? And at first, I'm forgetting. At first, it's hard. It's like, damn, I'm late. I don't even want to do this, that, and the third right now. Then I start getting into momentum. Okay, all right, damn, I'm not gonna feel like doing it in the morning. I got shit to do in the morning. Let me do it tonight. Okay, I know I got, let me not bullshit and scroll on TikTok in the morning. Let me make my bed and clean my room and all that. And it start becoming my normal. Like, you feel me? It start becoming normal for me. It start becoming a little bit easier. Like, I wake up and I know, like, damn, okay, I wake up. I know the first thing I'm gonna do before I go do the rest of the shit I gotta do is make my bed. I'm right here. Let me get up, make my bed, clean anything up, like, you feel me? Throw water bottles away, whatever the case is. I feel like I use that method or that philosophy in my change, like, in my life. Here's another good example, too. When I was in high school, right? I was always a socially awkward nigga. I always been kind of a weird nigga. I'm like, yo, I have shitty ass social skills, bro. And this is when I first realized about the momentum thing and all that. Like, you feel me? Like, I have shitty social skills. I talk to people, I say some bullshit, then go and think about it after, like, damn, why I say that? And the majority of the time, it wasn't on a type time, like, damn, what do they think of me? It was more on the type tip, like, yo, what do I think of me after I just, that's what my whole shit was, honestly, bro. And I still do got shitty social skills, to be honest. I ain't even gonna act like I'm all the way there, but that's besides the main point right now. I realized, like, damn, as I start talking to more and more people, like, as I just start talking to people, you feel me? Start talking to people that I don't know like that, start talking to people I'm not really comfortable with, it kind of built up the momentum to make everything a little bit easier, like, you feel me? It kind of built up the momentum of, like, a stranger, like, say, for example, I was in ShopRite, right? And I might have told y'all, I might have been vlogging. I don't know what I was doing. I feel like I told y'all though, or I told somebody. But I was in ShopRite and I seen this one lady. She had like her whole skull tattooed, right? And I stopped and I said, excuse me, miss, I love your tattoos. And she said, oh, thank you, all this, that, and the third. We had a little sweet interaction. I walked off. Me, 2021, I would have never said no shit like that. You feel me? That would have been so much out of my comfort zone to say shit like that. I done built up the momentum to where it's kind of more comfortable for me to do shit like that. That's what I really mean by the momentum. But to tie all in, when it comes to like handling change, you feel me? Breakups, new job, new school, good, bad. I feel like you need to build up that momentum. You kind of have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable as well. And when it comes to handling hurt, honestly, I'm trying to find some advice for you because I feel as though I really don't handle hurt well. Like, you feel me? Like, I still Like, this be my whole shit, right? This be my whole shit. I still have certain habits or act certain ways because of things that hurt me in my child. Excuse me, hold on, I'm about to have a heart attack or some shit. Like I was saying though, I still have like certain habits and behaviors that I had from my childhood because of things that hurt me. Even though I might not necessarily like still feel the pain from that event or whatever happened. What is on my, what the fuck is, it's a worm on my mic? I'm taking the hottest, longest shower when I get back in the crib, bro. Yo, I'm a nature nigga, but I don't like this shit. I don't like majority of the shit that's in the nature around me though. Y'all cool over there. But I still have the behaviors, like I still have like the triggers, like you see what I'm saying? I still have certain shit, it's like, okay, I could recognize myself that I act like that because of that. Even though that don't really affect me no more. That hurt me back then, yeah. But you feel me? It's years done passed and I'm still like, you mean? I feel like that's something I struggle with. I wouldn't even lie. That's when I'm not gonna come up here and act like, oh yeah, I'm just all perfect content creator. No, bro, I'm human just like you. That's why I'm making videos like this, bro, because we human. Yeah, everybody wanna laugh, everybody wanna this and the third, but I wanna come sit down and talk to y'all niggas, give y'all some advice if I can, bro. You feel me? I don't, if the bug bigger than this, I'm scared. I'm gonna keep it a whole beat. Anyways though, yeah, how to handle hurt. I don't know, bro. That's still something I'm trying to figure out, honestly. I feel as though when it comes to relationships and supporting each other's decisions, I feel as though it gotta be a lot of compromises, bro, honestly. It's gonna be a lot of compromises. Like, you're gonna have to find something that makes both of y'all satisfied in some way rather than, because it might be the type of time like, yo, okay, we both satisfied, but I'm not as satisfied if I would be if I just did my own thing. I feel like y'all both being satisfied, like, you feel me? Put your, like, kinda, how do I explain it? Kinda put yourself to the side for your partner a little bit. Y'all both gotta do that. You feel me though? Y'all both gotta do that though, bro. Like, say for example, say you've been in a relationship since 8th grade, right? Say you've been in a relationship since 8th grade. And your partner talking about like, yo, he wanna go to college and all that. Now y'all gonna have to decide, like, do y'all wanna compromise on, yo, like, are we gonna do long distance? Like, what's the best case scenario for both of us that we can both be the most happiest that we can be? Like, you feel me? That'd be best for both of us. Like, yo, do you want to go far? Should we both go to the same school? Should we do this and the third? Like, you feel me? That's for y'all to decide though. I'm gonna keep it to be me personally. I ain't doing none of that. That's my philosophy when it came to shit like that. Yo, don't let this relationship change the direction of your life. That's my opinion. But like, circumstances is different. Like, you feel me? Circumstances is different. You want to stay with your partner. You love that partner. I shouldn't really have put a time frame on it because you could really love that person. Like, you mean? I shouldn't have put a time frame because that's a whole different comment. We're not even gonna get into that. Look at this NBA Youngboy in this y'all about to see too, in this slime green Jeep. I feel like y'all definitely gonna have to compromise, bro. You know, it's not always gonna be the relationship where you dating your twin or you dating you dating somebody who totally agree with you. Y'all could be opposite people, bro. Y'all could be two completely different people, two different complete sets of morals, like, you feel me? Two complete different sets of perspectives. And I'm not gonna lie, when shit is like that, it's hard to come to some consensus. Like, you feel me? It's hard, but you gotta find out what's gonna work though, you feel me? Another example, something as simple as you wanna eat Pizza Hut and your boyfriend, your girlfriend wanna eat, what's it called, Popeyes, some random shit like that. Y'all break down your options, damn, okay, what we gonna do? We gonna order both, we gonna go get both, we gonna go get one, then the next day we gonna go get some of the Popeyes. Like, that's what I mean though, like, come to a compromise, come to a consensus. Maybe I'm not the one for these talking videos, but supporting their decisions on a tight time, like, yo, say for instance, your partner wanna start up a cupcake business, and you feel as though that's not the best idea. I feel like if it's not something that's completely like, unless they want to go do some dumb shit like go rob somebody's grandma, you should support them. Like, you feel me? Give your input. Definitely give your input. Say like, yo, baby, like this, that, and the third, like, yo, I don't really think this is the best idea. You know, the cupcake business not really popping right now, you feel me? You might as well go trap, whatever the case is. But still, like, be like, okay, support them. Like, yo, they ask you to answer the calls, bro. Boy or man or woman. I'm trouble. But when it comes to supporting your partner's decision, if you in a tight time, like, yo, my girlfriend, my boyfriend wants to do something and I'm not really fucking with it, I feel like if it's nothing just blowing out of proportions, like, yeah, I'm about to go rob my fucking grandmother, you should support them, honestly. I say definitely give your feedback. Definitely be on a tight time, like, yo, like, I don't really think this is the best idea, but, like, I'ma support you. Like, you feel me? I'ma support you. Let me know when you need me. Let me know when you need me to do this and the third. You feel me? If it work out for them, if it work out for them, it work out for them. Maybe they want to start a cupcake business and you feel like, yo, that's a dumbass idea. If they cupcakes start popping and shit like that, you feel me? Don't feel sorry or this, that, and the third. You had your opinion. And if they cupcake business don't start popping, don't rub it in their face, I told you so, all this, that, and the third. Like, you feel me? Cause it's like, I feel like a lot of times it can feel like it's one against the other when it should be, you mean, it should be a unit, it should be a team thing. It shouldn't be, damn, we both, it shouldn't be separation. You feel me? It should be a team thing. It should be a team effort. People not always gonna agree with you, even when y'all is a team. People not always gonna have the same perspective as you when you is a team. But still though, it's a team effort at the end of the day. You said how to deal with grief and coping, friendships, and mental illness. Honestly, I feel as though death is one of the hardest things to really, like, get past. Like, especially when you lose somebody in your family or lose somebody that's closest to you, I feel like what's one of the hardest things. And I'm gonna say this though, I've had people in my family pass, right? I've never had somebody in my family pass, by the grace of God, to where it's like, yo, we had a crazy bond, this, that, and the third, all this, that, and the third, you feel me? You was a crucial role in my life. I didn't have that. Now this is still life, so things like that will happen. People are going to die. I might sound harsh about it, but that's the truth. Like, you feel me? But I have had other people that was in my life at a certain point in time. You feel me? That was in my childhood that did pass. You feel me? And I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely, it's weird and it's hard as shit. It's weird and it's hard, bro. And to be honest, I don't know how to deal with it. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't know how to deal with it. I feel like one thing I would say is do not run to drugs. Any type of drug, weed, any type of drug, alcohol, do not rely on something else. Because I feel as though in my personal experience, it may or may not distract you at a certain point in time. For some people, it might, weed, for example, some people, weed might help and just get you right instantly like that. But I feel like over time it really doesn't do too much. Like, you feel me? You will still have the thoughts, you will still have those feelings. You mean, outside of not running the drugs to try to kind of make your problems go away, I don't know how to deal with grief, bro. You know, I had people that passed from my childhood and I still be thinking to this day, like, damn, like, you mean? And it's not even on a tight time, like we was the most closest ever, all this, then the third. But it just be like damn, like, you feel me? So I don't know, honestly, that's still something I gotta give some more thought. But no, I will say this though, in my personal experience, I feel like it be so nutty when you and that person just grow apart or go y'all separate ways, you mean? Like how life be. And they pass so young. Like, you feel me? It be like, damn. But I feel like when it comes to things like that, for me, I think I said this in one of my videos before, I kind of just try to appreciate, like, damn. I try to appreciate our good and our bad times. You feel me? Like, damn, okay, this, and the third happened. But, hey, yo, this happened. I'm going to forever remember that. Like, you feel me? Like, that made me happy during that time. Like, you mean? Oh, that's a big-ass wow. Anyways, though, like I said, I got to get that some more thought. The coping and all that. For friendships and mental illnesses, you had to be more specific, bloody. I don't even... Like, you mean? But for mental illnesses, I'll definitely say go speak to somebody. I feel like I said earlier, I feel like me not wanting to talk to nobody now, I do now. I do try to talk to certain people now. There's really not too much people in my life that I really talk to about what's really going on though, you feel me? But I do try to open up a little bit more now. But before it's like, yo, I'm not talking to nobody. Like I'm not gonna say nothing to nobody. And half of the time it's because like, damn, I don't even know how I really feel myself. Like, you feel me? But I feel like with mental illnesses, I feel like you definitely should talk to somebody who is a professional in that area who can give you some real help. Like, you feel me? Or you could just talk to somebody who you feel as though can help you, like a family member or friend. If you feel as though they can help you in the areas, like, you talk to them, you feel me? But I love y'all niggas, man. I try to give y'all the best advice I can, you feel me? You know, I done been through some things. Not to say I'm just the most traumatized person ever, but I have some experience in certain things, you feel me? And I don't have experience in a lot of things, you feel me? I still try to come and get my advice and all that. Might not be perfect advice, might not be the best advice, but this is how I view things, like genuinely how I view things, you feel me? Let me know if y'all want more videos like this. If y'all do, it's like drop like what you want advice on in the comments or what you want me to speak on, you feel me? I love y'all niggas though. I'm gonna see you on the next one, alright? Alright, bro.